Growing up, I was kind of picked on and teased at a lot, and I think subconsciously that made me a very defensive person. And the worst part about that is I didn't even realize I was so defensive because I was so defensive. And at 19 years old, after long-term relationships and struggling my whole life, I think I finally found the right direction to move forward. And that is what I want to talk about today. Now, the reason I brought up how things used to be and, what I think the reason is that I became defensive is because yesterday I learned about this thing called being an avoidant attachment. And I'll be honest, I saw it on like a TikTok, or I think it was an Instagram reel. I don't totally remember, but it described me in a way that up until now, I couldn't even find the words to describe. And it scared me. It scared me to see who I really am because I am so defensive over that. And in doing that, it proved the point that I am an avoidant attachment. So what has that looked like in my life? And that's what I want to talk about. So here we go. Growing up, I was always like a pretty popular kid. Like, I was pretty funny. I still think I kind of am, but people liked to be around me. But at the same time, I struggled deeply at having real friendships. I was so good at seeing a bunch of people I knew and saying hi to them and all that, but that was kind of as deep as the rabbit hole went. I had a good group of friends, but I wouldn't consider any of them like my best friend. I never really went deep with any of them, so to speak. And I didn't really realize that until about a year ago when I finally met a friend that I could genuinely have deep conversations with without the fear, without that my defensive nature coming into play. And it showed me how long I lived my entire life without even realize what I was missing. And it's just kind of sad, really. About 7 months ago, the very first video I made on this channel was kind of a rant about my own life that I made after I broke up with a girl I'd been dating for about 4 months. And in that video, it's kind of all over the place. I was really emotional. But the main point of it was that this girl gave me so much love, and I couldn't accept it because I was just so unhappy with who I was at the time. I think I'm in a better space now, mentally, but that will always be a part of me. And I don't think there's any way around that because that's just how I grew up, being so independent, being so defensive of my feelings because I had been hurt so many times. But I don't want to live that way. I don't want to live my life without letting anyone close to me because that is the most lonely existence you can possibly have. And I've already experienced that, and I don't want to continue living that way. So, how do I move forward? And you may think I'm about to go into this deep rant about how I'm going to move forward, but the truth is I don't know. My hope is that I'll watch this video again, way down the line, maybe years from now, and I'll just think about this time in my life where I took a step back and really just analyzed what was going on, analyzed what I was missing. And, I wasn't there where I found the solution yet, but that I knew what the problem was. And I knew that I needed to go forward. I just didn't know how to take the first step. And I want to look back as I watch this video fondly because I will have already taken that first step, and hopefully many more, into becoming a more open person, a more self-aware person who knows what he wants and knows what he's going through. I don't want to be that defensive. I don't want to have this hole inside of me that I feel like I need to defend to the death, because I'm so scared of someone seeing me for who I really am and not liking it. And because of that, for so long, I've pushed people away before I even let them get close to me. And that's no way to live. And that's not how I choose to live starting today.